Picture this. The year is 1968. In the vast, freezing waters of the Pacific Ocean, a Soviet nuclear submarine, the K-129, vanishes without a trace. On board are 98 crew members and, even more terrifying, 3 nuclear ballistic missiles, each capable of wiping out an entire city. When the submarine missed its scheduled check-in, the Soviet Union panicked. They launched a massive search operation. 36 ships and dozens of aircraft scoured the ocean for months. But the Pacific is deep, vast, and unforgiving. They found absolutely nothing. Eventually, the Soviets gave up, assuming their submarine and its deadly secrets were lost to the ocean floor forever. But they were wrong. While the Soviets were searching blindly, the Americans were watching and listening. Thanks to a top-secret underwater listening system known as SOSUS, the US Navy had detected an underwater explosion. They pinpointed the submarine's location with chilling accuracy. It was sitting 16,000 feet deep. That's 3 miles straight down. Deeper than Mount Everest is tall. The US Navy declared a recovery mission impossible. At that depth, the pressure is over 7,000 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush solid steel like a soda can. But where the Navy saw an impossible challenge, the CIA saw an unprecedented opportunity. They didn't just want the submarine wreckage. They wanted the nuclear missiles, and most importantly, they wanted the cryptographic codebooks that held the key to deciphering all Soviet secret communications. So, they hatched a plan so audacious, so expensive, and so risky that it sounds like it was ripped straight from a Hollywood blockbuster. This was Project Azorian. The mission was deceptively simple. Build a gigantic ship, sail it to the middle of the ocean, lower a massive mechanical claw 3 miles down, grab the 2,000-ton submarine, and pull the whole thing up. All of this had to be done in complete secrecy, right under the noses of the Soviets. To pull this off, they needed the perfect cover story. They couldn't just tell the world they were building a giant claw ship for a top-secret spy mission. So, the CIA reached out to the most famous and eccentric billionaire of the era, Howard Hughes. Think of him as the Elon Musk of the 1970s. The CIA concocted a brilliant fake story. They announced that the reclusive billionaire Howard Hughes was funding the construction of a massive, state-of-the-art ship to mine precious manganese nodules from the deep ocean floor. The media ate it up. The public was fascinated. And most importantly, the Russians believed it completely. The ship was named the Hughes Glomar Explorer. But it was no mining vessel. Hidden deep within its hull was a massive concealed hangar and a giant capture vehicle, a mechanical claw nicknamed Clementine. This was the most sophisticated piece of deep-sea technology ever built. On July 4th, 1974, after years of secret development, the Glomar Explorer arrived at the recovery site. The operation began. The process was agonizingly slow and incredibly tense. They had to lower a 3-mile-long pipeline, section by section, connecting the ship to the claw on the ocean floor. The slightest miscalculation could mean total failure. The tension on board was unbearable. And then, things got even crazier. A Soviet tugboat, part of their own navy, actually sailed up to the Glomar Explorer to observe the mining operation. The American crew was in a state of controlled panic. They had a Soviet nuclear submarine dangling from a claw 3 miles beneath them, while the enemy was literally waving at them from a few hundred yards away. Amazingly, the Soviets bought the cover story. They watched for a while, took some pictures, and then sailed away, completely oblivious to the historic heist happening right in front of them. With the Soviets gone, the crew breathed a sigh of relief. Finally, the claw, Clementine, locked onto the submarine. The lift began. Slowly, painstakingly, foot by foot, the massive wreck of the K-129 was pulled up from the crushing darkness of the abyss. It was working. The CIA was on the verge of pulling off the greatest intelligence coup in history. They were about to get their hands on Soviet nuclear secrets and their most valuable codebooks. But then, disaster struck. When the submarine was just a third of the way up, about a mile below the surface, a loud crack echoed through the ship. The metal structure of the capture vehicle failed. The K-129 had been badly damaged in the initial explosion, and the immense stress of the lift was too much. A massive section of the submarine snapped off. The crew watched in horror as 2/3 of their prize, including the section believed to hold the missiles, and the precious codebooks, slipped out of the claw's grasp. It tumbled back down into the abyss, crashing into the ocean floor and shattering on impact. The Glomar explorer only managed to recover the front 38-foot section of the submarine. So, what did they actually find inside? To this day, the full details remain classified. We know they recovered 2 nuclear-tipped torpedoes. We also know they found the bodies of 6 Soviet sailors. In a surprising and rare gesture of Cold War respect, the CIA held a formal military burial at sea for these men. They even filmed the ceremony, complete with the Soviet anthem, and later presented the footage to the Russian government. But what about the real prize? Did they get the codebooks? Some intelligence insiders claim the mission was a catastrophic failure, a billion-dollar bust. Others whisper a different story. They suggest that the submarine breaking apart was just another layer of deception. A cover story to hide the fact that the US actually recovered everything they wanted all along. When the story of Project Azorian finally leaked to the press a year later, the world was stunned. The deep-sea mining ship was a spy ship. The eccentric billionaire was a front for the CIA. And the Cold War had been secretly fought 3 miles beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean. Whether it was a partial success or a colossal failure, Project Azorian remains one of the most incredible feats of engineering and espionage ever attempted. It's a testament to the sheer audacity and the incredible lengths nations will go to in the shadowy world of secrets and spies. So, what do you think really happened that day? Did the submarine truly break apart? Or did the CIA pull off the perfect deception and get exactly what they were after? Let me know your theories down in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's hidden secrets, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories. Thanks for watching.